First, we are back with another Wuthering Waves video. We're literally playing Wuthering Waves. Brann has a second channel, and he is doing phenomenal on this second channel. I think Brann is a great content creator. Met him at TwitchCon. Dude is a doll. I don't know how he feels about me because, well, I have the stigma of being a WuWa creator. Everyone thinks we're drama farmers, but I think Brann is amazing. I think Brann is doing some really good stuff. And he made a video talking about Wuthering Waves, how this gacha game proved everyone wrong. And obviously, since I'm a dumb Koro bot, I'm going to react to this. So let's get right into it, see what the deal is.
When video games launch, they're supposed to be in this almost perfect state. You're meant to be able to load it up, lose yourself for hours upon hours. And
bro, low key. Yo, Anonymous, thank you for the 2 gifts and subs, dog. I appreciate the fuck out of you. Thank you. I appreciate you. We're one dumb bitch. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, boys. Gaming as a whole is so bad right now. Like, gaming as a whole is objectively ass. Like, Claire Obscure, a couple other games. Like, very rarely you get like a really good game. But yeah, gaming's really in the shitter at the moment. So let's keep it going.
And have an incredible gaming experience. But sadly, that's not the case, especially in today's day and age. There's been countless gacha games released over the past few years, with games like Genshin Impact, where on launch you could barely even log in or download the game because it was that popular at the start of COVID. But in May 2024, Wuthering Waves had launched. With all the hyping up this game had, people calling it the Genshin Killer, but let's be honest, they were calling every new gacha game the Genshin Killer at that point.
Still do, baby. Still do. That's easy clickbait. Hold up. Weave it. Hold on. Wait a second. Give it a second. Hold on. We still do that. Genshin Killer. Easy money. Easy money, baby. Ethan, how can you grappling hook in Genshin Impact? Oh, well, if you're willing to spend max $325, there's a great way you can grappling hook. It is by a character of the name Kanich out of Genshin. He knows you edited this video too. Now you're probably asking yourself, Ethan, I'm willing to spend $325 right now. My mom just gave me my trust fund money. I'm a trust fund baby. I'm a massive whale. How can I get Kanich? I'm gonna tell you right now, here's how you get them. You can't. Because they are a limited character tied to a region. Is going to get rerun probably every 6 to 7 months. And they really only mainly work that well in the region of not long. How can you... Dude, what a fitting clip for this video, bro. What a fitting clip for this video, man. And that's why Genshin is not superior.
Point. People were expecting perfection or close to it. The game had had a couple of betas and people had tried the game, and honestly it felt really good. It was supposed to be the next big thing, a sleek open world gacha game with a fast-paced combat and breathtaking visuals. But what players got was rough. It was really rough. Upon launch, there was a ton of issues plaguing the game, from people not being able to log in, to graphics not showing up properly, to frame drops, and the game was unplayable for quite a large portion of the player base. People obviously weren't happy with this. It really did look like the new best thing on the market, and were rightfully excited to play the game. So when you have a product dangled in front of your...
I know it sucked, but was it that bad? Was it really that bad? Jesus Lord, holy shit. I mean, I didn't have that many problems. I had a little bit of optimization problems every now and then, but god damn.
But you can't play it. Players are obviously going to find issues. People were expecting a perfectly polished product, and instead they got something that looks like the jumper that I'm wearing now. A mess. People also had issue with the music in the game, saying that it really wasn't anything groundbreaking. It was all kind of sounding the same.
The music was pretty mid, I ain't gonna lie to you.
The English voice acting felt robotic.
The English voice acting was horrible. I'm going to be honest, though. I actually miss 1.0 in a sense. I miss that feeling of not knowing, having to grind to the beginning point. Like, I think 2.0 is obviously objectively better, and I had more fun with 2.0. But I like that feeling of that new gacha where you go in, you relearn everything. I do think like the backgrounds of the holograms are so much better and stuff. I actually like the 1.0 holograms way more. But yeah, 3.0 will be similar to 1.0. We'll see, man. But I definitely do like 1.0. I like the expiration of walking everywhere. Oh no, it's pay to win just by peep. To
say the least. Especially with this one very famous scene of the female MC.
Till we meet again, dear friends.
Dear friends.
We're not going anywhere.
Oh my god. Bro, that's worse than Gal the God.
And if I don't?
Freeze! Shut up!
The early game
Freeze!
pacing was all over
Freeze!
the place. The storytelling was incredibly confusing, with turns being thrown at you left and right with little to no explanation.
Yeah, it was
Players were
rough.
coming into this with
It was rough.
Genshin level expectations, but they were leaving feeling like they got a half-baked product, with many players calling the game disappointing or feeling unfinished. And the launch had many people wondering, how did this game drop the ball so hard? And many even called it another gacha flop. The worst part is, most people could see the potential that this game had underneath all
See
the
my
mess.
autograph.
It really was a game that had the potential to shine if it was given the chance. Now, from the get-go, Kuro Games, the developers for Wuthering Waves,
Wow.
proved to the community that they were very open to listening to feedback, but that didn't mean the game didn't still
I will say, Act 6 with the Gion War shit is still a top 5 gacha quest of all time. I believe that. Act 6, when you're at war with Gion and the whole fucking team and you have 4 people on your party, I think that shit is genuinely a top 5 gacha quest. Yeah, for sure.
keep having problems. Back in the early game, there started to be a lot of translation issues to English, up to the point where even very important weapon
The Gion
descriptions,
signature
5-star
shit.
weapon descriptions that people were spending
the Yan
money
Wu,
on were
yep,
incorrect. This led to players being incredibly frustrated and
that was
feeling like
rough.
they were robbed and scammed because
was
the product that
rough,
they were paying
man.
for wasn't the one that they were receiving. Now,
Yeah,
even though Kuro
that
Games
was
did
bad- that
try
was
to
really
listen to this
bad.
feedback and fix it very, very promptly,
Koro is so notorious for such bad translation. It's still happening in Korea, I believe. True and base rewrite definitely handicapped the game in the beginning. Absolutely. 2.0 onwards is just so much fucking better. To be honest with the 1.0 was hype, but it's a smooth experience. Yeah, I mean, dude, that fucking the translation shit is so bad, man. They got to hire better translators and shit.
it did lead to an incredibly unfortunate series of events. Kuro Games accidentally released over 200 emails from Japanese players who had applied for a refund for this 5-star limited weapon. Now, the reason people were applying for refunds
so
is because
fucked
the
up.
weapon description made it sound like it was going
That's
to be
so
a best in slot
crazy,
weapon
man.
for a certain
Did
character.
it get better?
And
Good.
It
I hope
really
it did. I
wasn't.
hope it
At
did,
first,
man.
Kuro Games basically offered a single
Yang
halt
Yang
as an
was
apology
rough.
for this, which obviously did not go down well in the community when people were spending 60 plus on this weapon. But this was shortly
Yeah.
followed by an official statement which advised the community to contact them by email, but in a bizarre turn of events, Kuro Games accidentally responded but forgot to enable the BCC function, which exposed all sender email data as a result. Now, because of this, people didn't want to submit more emails to the company, of course, for privacy concerns, and then an image started circulating on the internet because people were starting to take up the refund policies with their own providers instead of the game themselves, but it was adding a negative premium currency balance to these accounts, which can end up in them being banned. Now, the legitimacy of those screenshots is questionable. However, refunding directly from your bank and getting a negative currency balance is a very common practice for gacha games. So this situation really made Kuro Games have to prove
Damn, Brann, you handsome as fuck. All right, sorry.
themselves and prove themselves a lot. They had to regain the trust of the player base. Now,
handsome.
here's
I
where
don't
the
know what you want
story
me to say.
changes a little bit, because Kuro Games didn't just
What a
ignore the
oopsie.
feedback, and they didn't even just listen to the feedback.
was.
They faced it head on. Within weeks, Kuro Games had
No.
re-recorded English voiceover, dialogue was rewritten, story beats were clarified.
You're not going anywhere.
You're not going anywhere!
So much better.
And
So
the
much
studio
better.
made it clear that they were
So much
listening.
better.
Now, obviously, the community wasn't 100% convinced by this point, but me as a player, I was just excited to see that a gacha company was listening to player feedback, especially so quickly. It
Do I think that Kuro's willing to kill a character in the game? I heard it was illegal to do in China. I don't know the validity of that, but probably no. I don't think so. I don't think they'll do that personally. Nah, I don't see it happening. The whole ordeal happened, yeah. Guys pours heart and soul into a video, and Ethan just looking at him and goes, "What the mouth do know?" All right, I didn't say all that. I just said he was
really
handsome.
showed that they cared about the game and
Jesus.
wanted the players to have a good experience, and they wanted the game to succeed. Of
Yeah,
course,
Jasper,
who
kill
doesn't
them, bring
like
them back to
money?
life.
Kuro
Exactly.
Games wasn't just patching bugs; they were rebuilding trust,
Those
and
would
it
give
went
out
a
a
long
free
way with the
5-star.
player base. With
Mad
multiple
bulls,
creators
too.
making videos with thumbnails like this, saying
listened.
"Devs listened." It was a humongous step in the right direction. Now,
Yup.
fast forward to now, a whole year later, and Wuthering Waves is one of the most beloved gacha titles around. The
make
combat
them
still top tier,
disappear.
but now it has the heart to back it up in
Because
every other
Taffy is
aspect of the
goated.
game. The voice acting is incredible. They went with more English voice actors, and the amount of different accents in the game now really makes the world feel alive.
Here's my official voice acting audition for Wuthering Waves. Oi! Oi! Rover! Pull out your hog! We have to test the circumference of your hog. Oi, Rova! Oi, Rova, I like you. Oi! Oi, Rova, let me suck it from the back. Sorry. Sorry.
Hiya.
Sorry.
I'm Lumi, the logistics
Sorry.
team's
Oi!
captain.
Oi!
I head up the delivery team.
The
Shut the fuck
combat,
up,
like I
Lumi.
say, is still top tier,
Okay.
absolutely
Perfect
amazing. But
VA.
there's more forms of endgame to be able to show off your skills. And the music, don't even get me started on the music. The music took a 180, dude. It went from zero to hero. The music that you can hear in the background
it's
right
good
now
video.
is
Yeah,
from
video.
Wuthering
Yes,
Waves.
sir.
And players who once uninstalled are now hooked on the game. New events are engaging, the story actually hits.
Yup.
And the devs just continue to deliver transparent.
I ain't gonna lie to you, the story be hitting like crack. Straight up. The new story 2.0 storyline and the way they've handled the characters and the interactions between the all of the cast, and even setting up for the Sun and Moon chicks. Yeah, man, they've done a great job. Like they've done a great job with this story. I think their setup was a little slow at some points, but that payoff is gonna be crazy, man. Yeah, I'm gonna pull for Skirk. I'll pull for Skirk after.
And polish. They've started
Luno,
to do things
yeah,
to
Luno.
stand out from the crowd and other gacha games as well, like what from the outside might seem like simple things, but really makes a big impact, like mixing 2D art and 3D art in the animated
Yeah.
cutscenes.
They have the
They've
best
made a lot of
transitions in the
incredible
gacha
changes.
scene.
Now, the community gave Wuthering
They have
Waves
the
a
best
second
transitions.
chance, and it didn't just fix its mistakes, it showed the industry what a real redemption arc looks like. And don't get me wrong, that doesn't mean there hasn't been issues since, because there definitely has. There was an issue just a couple of months ago even, with backlash over censorship. People were very annoyed.
You think I'm gonna get banned? Do you think I'm gonna get banned? Sorry. My fault. Sorry.
Because a certain
Holy
clothing
headshot.
item for a character revealed a little bit too much in the
Yeah,
game,
same.
which
What
prompted
up,
Kuro to
Coom?
add
What up,
some
Coom?
shorts to the character.
brother?
Whether you agree with this or not, it's just a fact, and it's a situation that happened, so I
Yeah.
guess we gotta let bygones be bygones, man. We gotta goon somewhere else, you know?
Nah,
There's still a ton of
that's what
issues
he
people
thinks
have
about
with
us.
Wuthering Waves, from the fact that there's not really enough 4-star
I agree, Sai.
characters, and we're yet to see them really delve into this and
New
fix this
screensaver
issue,
is
but I'm
crazy.
hoping that they will, because like I say, they do listen to a lot of feedback. There was a big talking point not long ago because Genshin Impact, one of the most popular, if not the most popular gacha games on the planet right now, finally added a feature that players have been asking for the past 4 to 5
Yo, Flip made a video called The Defense of Foilverse, and the next day they drop the worst fucking artifact system of all time. Yo, you're like, come on, son. You can't fucking make that shit up. No, because I'm gonna check it out the second I finish the recording. Bro, that shit is fucking poetic. That shit is fucking poetic, bro. Holy
5 years,
shit.
which is artifact loadouts. Now,
Oh
to me,
my
this is one of the most
God,
basic
man.
features any gacha game should have when you have so many characters with so many different builds. But Wuthering
Absolutely.
Waves added this first, and I don't know if that's because they're listening to the player base or trying to get a one step ahead of Genshin, but either
fuck.
way, it's a really good thing to do. Like I say, this game is competition for Genshin and every other gacha game out there, and this is a very saturated market.
Yeah,
you should
I
see the
know.
amount of gachas there is. I guarantee you don't even know about half of them. But this was to aid a lot of people's frustration with the echo farming system too. The echoes in this game, which are basically artifacts, they give your characters extra damage, extra stats, and of course they have an RNG factor to them. RNG meaning randomly generated number. This is a gacha game. You think that was just in getting the characters? No, it's in almost everything you do. And at the start of the game, people were really frustrated with the echo farming
Oh,
system.
Echo XP is
Now,
horrible.
me, I was perfectly fine with it, because let me explain this to you. In games like Genshin Impact, you allot to a certain amount of resin, which is a time-based currency you get to spend on in-game items. This currency regenerates over time, but once you're out of it, that's pretty much it unless you want to spend money. And to
Obviously, I know what Brann is saying here. I agree with him. The acquisition of echoes is top tier. It's the fact that there's no fodder. Like, no, I think no fodder is a massive misplay. I also think that the fact that they the tuner stuff is a misplay as well. 100%. Now, with that being said, I did want to make up a point previously when Brann was talking about Wuthering Waves listening. I want this to be the new standard. I want new gacha companies to make WuWa feel like the norm. You know what I mean? And I don't know if I have faith in that, but that's what I would love to see. Especially with Silver Palace. There's that other one we literally just watched the other day. I can't remember the name of it. I just put out a YouTube video on it. Something Dawn, right? Something Dawn. What is it? Where is it? Oh my god. Rewinding Cadence. Rewinding Cadence. A lot of them. You know what I'm saying? The good old days. 20% drop. Yo, is good self. I know, brother. I know. 20% drop rate on 4 stars is rough. Yeah, no fodder's really killing me. I'm constantly. Yeah, the no fodder shit's rough, bro. The no fodder shit and the tuners. I think that is something they will never change. I don't think they're ever gonna bend the knee on echoes, to be transparent with you. I never see that happening. I think that's their one thing. They're like, no, fuck you. This is what we're standing on business for. And I think that it's acceptable enough. I'm like, whatever, it's fine.
To get artifacts engaged, and you have to spend that. So after you're out of that, you really
You're
can't
cooked.
farm anything anymore.
Yeah.
In Wuthering Waves, the
J-Schwab,
echoes,
Mythicker.
which are artifacts in this game,
Love
were
J-Schwab.
endlessly farmable. Even to this day, you can just go around the open world and kill enemies, and they can drop these. It makes it so much easier, in my opinion, to
It
build
still sucks,
characters.
though.
And even if it's more time consuming, at least you have the option to spend that.
Building Cartethia is like putting your dick in a blender. Building Cartethia is pretty rough. I will say, yeah, building Cartethia is not easy. Genuinely, it's pretty rough. It's pretty rough, you know? So, yeah.
Time on it. But a lot of players had criticisms of this, saying that they were too hard to get and the stats were too all over the place.
You don't think
It
so?
was
You
too
think that's
hard to get
cap?
the right artifact that you needed. To which Kuro Games obviously listened to the player base, because tell me a time that they didn't, and added the
Bro.
ability to do things like change the main stat with certain items, making
Yeah,
it
that's
easier
good.
to build characters, and
That's
added more
good.
databank levels to give a higher chance of
But
being
it
able to
takes fire
get
against
the
the
echoes and get the
fucking
right echoes and the right rarity of echoes. Now, a lot of that might sound like mumbo jumbo to you, but just know the biggest
Yo.
thing here is that they're listening to player feedback, and it is
Yo, Kane, I appreciate you. Oh my God, it's the Undertaker's brother, Kane. Oh, Taker. Yo, Kane, I appreciate the kick follow. Thank you, man. Dab me the fuck up. Thank you. Yo, anonymous gifter with 2 more gifted subs. Appreciate the fuck out of you, dog. Thank you. That means the fucking world to me. Thank you so much. You were one dumb son of a bitch. Thank you. And thank you for the follow as well, brother. What up, Gilgamesh, May 19th? What the fuck does that mean? Fuck is May 19th? But thank you, boys. Appreciate you.
it's going a
Appreciate you,
long way.
Anonymous and
To
homie.
fix a lot of the problems, Wuthering Waves was incredibly
What the fuck? Did he just fucking change outfits? Did bro just fucking change outfits on me? Shit, alright. Fuck. My bad.
generous, even
I don't
giving
even
away
felt like that,
free
brother.
5-star characters,
Yeah,
which
generally
was
I was
almost
goated.
unheard of in popular gacha games. They gave away tons of pulls, but then a couple of months ago, their anniversary
Well, gacha games give out free 5 stars, but they don't give out free premium 5 stars. They don't give out free premium. Free premium 5 stars are a pretty fucking big deal, right? Ratio is a big deal. Jingliao is a big deal. Well, Ratio fucking sucks. Jingliao is still pretty decent, but why I gotta change outfit for us? I mean, like, I ain't changing outfit for y'all. Fuck y'all, bro. What the hell? Day 1 builder. Well, you're just better, you know. But yeah, that's why it's not just a 5-star, it's a premium 5-star. So yeah.
comes along, and people had set expectations based on these apologies that the game had given in the past, and for a lot of people, the anniversary was incredibly disappointing. They didn't give anywhere
shit
near
sucked,
as many
bro.
rewards as people were expecting.
That shit sucked,
People
I ain't gonna
were
lie to you,
expecting a
man.
free 5-star character, and not only that, but one of the brand new limited 5 stars for free.
Well, I
Expectations
think that
were
was
set way too
crazy.
high. Now, is that the
Yeah.
fault of the player base or the company
Both.
for being so generous in the past? That's for you to decide.
Going into the stream, it was the fault of the player base because everyone got excited about fake leaks. During the live stream, okay, wait, but we have something else. Okay, bitch, wait, but I got something else. It was like a Maracha band or whatever the fuck it was. What the fuck? I was like, dude. Oh shit, they're gonna give us a free 5-star. One more thing. No, motherfucker, they played some fucking bullshit ass music. I didn't fucking care about that. I'll put that shit on my headphones and listen to it. Like, why the fuck I gotta wait, but hold on. We hired a band to play this song. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. What are you talking about? Yeah, Dr. Ratio was a good run in 07. The one more thing, like 5 does time, yeah. The one more thing, like 5 times was pretty rough. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was like, oh, okay.
A lot of people were considering this a regular WuWa patch and saying it
I got
really
you 2
didn't
seconds,
feel
Trey.
like an anniversary at all. They weren't really
It felt worse
celebrating
than a
anything. The
normal
majority
WuWa
of
patch.
complaints
It
were
sucked.
towards rewards. The patch itself looked fantastic. But again, Wuthering Waves did what Wuthering Waves do,
wasn't that
and they
great.
apologized. And they gave more rewards as an apology for falling short, which, to be honest, not many people were surprised about. And some people even had a conspiracy that this was their plan all along,
Yeah, that
so
was
that they would
bullshit.
yet
That's
again
not-
be known as the devs who listen to feedback. I,
Nah,
along with
that's
many
cap.
others, are kind of just appreciative now that they do listen, and the game continues to improve tenfold. In a world full of rushed gacha launches, this game...
Bro, he just fucking changed his clothes again. Just fucking take the shirt off.
Prove that listening, learning, and respecting your players really is still a driving factor that matters a lot in this industry.
Absolutely.
Wuthering Waves went from a cautionary tale for a lot of people to a community fan favorite. And not every game gets a second chance. And even fewer make the most of it. But this one did. Did you stick with the game through the storm? Or are you just now thinking about diving in? Either way, Wuthering Waves kind of proved it's not about how you start, it's how you finish.
That's what she said.
Hey, yo, what the fuck? The thing to me, with Wuthering Waves was, oh my god, I just lost my train of thought. They're marketing the game, they're doing something really different, and I like this a lot. And now, granted, Genshin didn't have to do this because Genshin blew up because of COVID, but they're marketing the game through different conventional ways that isn't just a gacha game. You know what I mean? And that's why I think Wuthering Waves is doing a great job right now. And I'm very happy that they're doing good. You know, I mean, obviously the game's not perfect. No gacha game is going to be perfect. Every gacha game is greedy, etc., etc. But that being said, I think it's awesome. So yeah, great video by Brann. Everyone go sub to this man's channel. Bro's fucking killing it. Bro is absolutely killing it. Just take the shirt off. Wait, what? Pause. I'm not down bad. Oh, okay. See you guys in the